So it's my belief that what's happening in India is quite a lot more exciting than what's happening in the rest of the world in fintech. That's why I started EMVC as a new fund in the market dedicated exclusively to investing in fintech that's leapfrogging the rest of the world. We think that India presents this amazing testing ground for innovation that could be relevant to the rest of the world. The socio-economic diversity of India, where you could be a company serving both super high-end HNI customers in Bangalore or Delhi, and also be able to tackle a multi-million-dollar consumer base across the bottom of the pyramid who really need new innovative services and convenience, is a really exciting opportunity. India has more challenges. It's a more complex market because, again, this diversity, not just across socioeconomic strata, but in terms of language and geography, make it a very complex market. But there's some really exciting things going on here that are experimental and far ahead of what's happening in the US and Europe. That being said, the appetite for global capital into fintech in the US and Europe is higher. And there's companies that are a little bit better funded, a little bit tighter on their marketing and branding and growing faster. And so something that we're excited to support our founders with over the next few years in India is gaining visibility across the world and building their brands into some of the most exciting fintech companies in the world. So there's lots of Indian startups that want to go global right away. And often I advise them that it's better to look domestically at the large market here. There's so much room to grow in India and so many customers that you don't need to go to global markets first. Often the global markets, customers don't need the products nearly as much as Indian consumers need them. And so there's massive scalability potential in the domestic market as well. If an Indian startup is going to go global, the two strategies are to go toward enterprise customers, for instance, in the US, that have the propensity to pay a lot more for the services, or for consumer products to markets where customer base looks a little bit similar. So across Southeast Asia, Africa, Latin America present very exciting opportunities. Also, as countries digitize their national ID systems in models that look a bit like Aadhaar, there is applicability of stuff built in India and how that could apply to the rest of the world. So the broader policy climate for fintech in India is overall very positive. The interoperability and open stack of APIs and the very ethos of companies being able to build new products in India and test and innovate is inherently very conducive to innovation in the market. That being said, it's super important that Indian regulators and policymakers maintain transparency and predictability for companies so that as they're building something with a given set of regulations, things don't move 180 and change course in the middle of building the product. So transparency, predictability is absolutely key. But otherwise, it's an extremely exciting market that is on par with global sandboxes around the world. The whole country is a sandbox right now, so we don't need a specific fintech hub only to be able to provide that environment. So we're actively investing in EMVC across financial services and next generation platforms adjacent to financial services in emerging markets and in particular in India. We're very excited about payment and small business solutions for SMEs across the country, wealth management, wealth tech, insurtech, emerging applications for blockchain, digital banking, and enterprise software for financial institutions as they modernize, as well as a host of lots of other exciting things. We look both at very exciting, innovative distribution models as well as core deep tech as well.